Okay, for this conference, I'll be discussing the two cases, the cardiometabolic risk factors of COVID-19 severity and the rare case of sepsis and meningitis due to Streptococcus acidominimus, rather. So I'm from the Philippines. I was. Okay. The second slide is we have I will first introduce the cardiometabolic risk factors and their link to COVID-19, followed by the studies, objectives, methods, key result, and public health implications. Finally, we'll discuss the future research directions. Next slides, please. So COVID-19, as we all know, caused extensive global health challenges. Cardiometabolic conditions such as obesity, hypertension, and diabetes have been identified as a major contributors to severe outcomes. Patients with these comorbidities often experience prolonged illness and higher mortality. So next slide, please. The COVID-19 pandemic has profoundly impacted global health with staggering rates of morbidity and mortality attributed to the virus as we delve into the intersections of cardiometabolic risk factors, such as obesity, hypertension, and diabetes with COVID-19 severity. It becomes evident that the pre-existing conditions play a critical role in patients' outcomes. By studying these associations, we can better inform treatment protocols and prevention strategies, ultimately enhancing our response to such health crises. Cardiometabolic risk weaken the body's resilience to infection. The study focuses on understanding how this condition amplify the severity of the COVID-19, particularly in resource-limited settings. So defining the cardiometabolic risk factors includes like the obesity, hypertension, and the diabetes has a major impact with this coronavirus. Next slide, please. The cardiometabolic risk disease are highly prevalent in Asia, and the Philippines compounding COVID-19 complications. The Philippine government has emphasized the vaccinations and lifestyle interventions to protect vulnerable groups with diabetes, hypertension, and obesity. As the Asia-wide impact, the cardiometabolic risk factor are prevalent among COVID-19 in Asia, leading to worse the clinical outcome of obesity, hypertension, diabetes, and cardiovascular disease are the key contributor. So, as we all know, the government response to the Philippines promotes the healthy lifestyles, and prioritize the vaccinations for these underlying health conditions to mitigate the COVID-19. So, next slide, please. In this study, we set out to determine the association between the cardiometabolic risk factors and COVID-19 severity, particularly within a rural hospital setting. By employing a retrospective analysis of medical records spanning nearly 3 years, we aim to capture the comprehensive view of the patient demographics and health outcomes. The use of ordinal logistic regression techniques allowed us to rigorously the associations, providing the valuable insight into how these risk factors interplay with the COVID-19 severity. Next slide, please. Our study populations consisted of 1,582 confirmed COVID-19 patients, providing a robust data sets for analysis. Notably, the age distribution showed a higher prevalence of male patients. Alarmingly, the prevalence of cardiometabolic conditions was high, with over half of the participants experiencing hypertension and hyperlipidemia, highlighting the urgent need for focused healthcare strategies in managing these risk factors. Next slide, please. So between the association of the cardiometabolic risk factor and the length of hospital stay, an investigations into the length of hospital stay revealed a critical insight into how cardiometabolic risk factors influence patient care. Specifically, we found that the older age, hyperlipidemia, and elevated blood pressure were linked to longer hospitalization, indicating a need for more comprehensive care for these patients. Conversely, the associations of myocardial infarction and atrial fibrillations with a shorter stay present an intriguing dynamic that warrants further exploration. The statistical significance of our finding underscored the relevance of the clinical setting. The atrial fibrillation showed shorter stay, possibly due to the early mortality and differing treatment dynamics. Next slide, please. On the mortality rates and cardiometabolic risk, examining the impact of high risk on patients' outcome. As we can see, the key statistical analysis findings revealed a concerning mortality rate of 25% among hospital patients with specific cardiometabolic risk condition significantly associated with this outcome. Patients with myocardial infarction, atrial fibrillations, and hypertension have significantly higher odds of death. This underscores how cardiometabolic comorbidities directly impact the survival outcomes of the COVID-19. Next slide, please. Ma'am, next slide, please. So as we can see, the impact of the vaccinations. The impact of vaccinations notably emerged a protective factor, reducing the mortality odds of 53%. This comparative analysis with other regions emphasized the urgent and the targeted public health interventions to address the vulnerability of high-risk populations. Vaccinations prove highly protective, reducing the odds of severe disease by 53%. This highlights the crucial role of vaccinations in mitigating severe COVID-19 among high-risk individuals. Next slide, please. So in this slide, in our study, we classified COVID-19 severity into 4 categories, with a significant portions of the patients classified as moderate. Our finding indicates that vaccination status plays a crucial role in reducing the disease severity. While age and diabetes are associated with increased severity, recognizing the high-risk patients, it is essential for optimizing treatment strategies and resource allocations in healthcare. Most patients had moderate illness, but severity increases with age and diabetes. Vaccinated individuals are generally experience milder symptoms. These findings reinforce the importance of the risk of stratifications of early intervention. Next slide, please. So the findings of our study underscores the significant impact of cardiometabolic risk factors on COVID-19 outcomes. Our results are consistent with existing literature, which highlights the exacerbating role of comorbidities in this disease severity. They emphasize the importance of integrating public health strategies that addresses the conditions alongside lifestyle interventions to improve overall health outcomes during pandemic. So in conclusions, on the next slide, this study demonstrates the consequence of the diabetes mellitus, hypertension, hyperlipidemia, and cardiovascular disease showed significant associations with mortality and clinical severity of patients. Effective prevention requires managing the conditions alongside vaccinations efforts and early treatment. Next slide, please. So moreover, age, meal, and comorbidities were significant confounders for the associations of cardiometabolic risk factors on COVID-19 mortality and clinical severity. And the future directions, next slide please. The future directions in conclusion highlights the significant associations between the cardiometabolic risk factors. and the severity and mortality of COVID-19. Age and vaccination status were identified as critical factors influencing outcomes. We recommend the healthcare providers prioritize early identifications and management of at-risk patients, alongside robust vaccinations campaign. Furthermore, we advocate for future research to delve deeper into long-term outcomes and effective interventions for COVID-19 patients with underlying cardiometabolic conditions, underlying aiming to enhance patient care and public health response. So this is my next my discussions regarding the cardiometabolic risk and COVID-19. Next slide, please.